Hello, hello, hello. So I know this live is a little bit impromptu, but it's okay because we have some things we need to discuss today. I am just finding myself from getting back from my trip to Atlanta last week. You guys know that the Elevate Your Brand tour is open and we are taking professional established business owners that are ready, willing and able to elevate their brands and take their businesses to the next level. So, with that being said, I wanted to hop on this morning and do a little bit of an impromptu live. I never go live in the daytime, so there must be something that I needed to share with you today. So, few things. One, this is almost like a little replacement from last week. Almost a little replacement from last week because I did not get a chance to go live with you guys because I was so tired. But I did make a little video of a little download that the Lord gave me last week. So I'll be sharing that later today. But today I have a few things I want to share with you guys. So of course we're going to talk about branding because that's who I am and that's what I do. But I also want to share a few things with you about how you can not only elevate your brand but empower your business. We're going to talk about unlocking the secrets to confidence and also branding so that you can capitalize on the power of growth. A lot of people are trying to figure things out because we all know that this is our fourth quarter. And so some of us have not made the most of our decisions in the second. Sorry, I'm trying to make my screen so that everything is congruent. We have not made the most of our time in the first, second, and third quarter. So it's crunch time for a lot of people, whether your fiscal year starts over in October or whether you are just trying to finish the year out strong. I just want to come on and give you guys a few nuggets that I think you can use in your brand, your business, and your life. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angelia Malbrew. I am the owner and founder of Angelia Malbrew Photography, where I specialize in providing an elevated branding experience for established professional business owners and entrepreneurs. I am the brand and business elevator, and I hold that title near and dear to my heart because I have journeyed through this business, through my career. And one thing that keeps resonating with me is I'm a connector. I am also a person that I like to help other people to grow. I like to help you to learn how to make your money. And I also want you to do it while looking good. So that's why I feel like the title is so fitting. And I just want to be able to be a light for somebody because there are people going through things that we have no clue of. And so if there's something that I can share with you to help your business, your brand, your life to be better, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So there are three powerful concepts that I want to talk about today. We want to talk about the critical importance of branding, obviously. We're going to talk about how the Elevate Your Brand tour can transform your business and your life. And I also want to talk directly to a few people that would be a great addition to my team. Yes, an exciting announcement. And so you want to stick around to the end of that. So we're going to talk about today how I can help your business, your brand, your life, and also help you put more money in your pockets while doing it. So here's the thing. If you have ever felt stuck, if you feel like your brand is not reflective of who you are and what you do, and you feel like you are attracting the wrong clients, or you feel like your goals are not in alignment with who you are and where you want to be, this is where you should be today. Let's sit down and have a conversation. First things first, the untapped power of branding. There are a lot of people that hop into this notion of when they're starting businesses and brands and stuff, and they feel, oh, once I get my color scheme together, or once I get my logos together, or once I pull together this website, that this is my brand. No, 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 darling. That's the beginning stages. That's the baby stages of building a brand. You have to identify who you are and who you're speaking to. You also have to develop this brand story so that people are able to resonate with you. One thing I can say, people that know me, they know what I stand for, what I believe in. I'm always going to give the Lord his praises. So if the Lord is not your thing and you are not a person of faith, then you're probably going to get real upset when you come listen to me speak, because I'm always going to give him his praises. Um, and another thing, I always try to reach back and help someone else, regardless of the situation of where you are in your brand and your business. I have a little something for everybody. So I am a creator. I am a creative. I love to create. I love to show up and give things that are not only aesthetically pleasing, but things that can help you to build your brand, your life, your situation, and take yourself to the next level. Um, your brand is a lot. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that are encompassed into one. It's not just your logos. It's not just your images. It's not just the colors. It's not just the things that you're posting online. It's your brand story. It's the epitome of who you are and what you're bringing to the table. It's about the emotions. What do people feel when they look at your brand? What do people say to you about your brand when they meet you in public and they've seen your stuff online? I was recent this weekend, I went to a 3-day conference in Atlanta, and there were people that I had never met before in person, but because they are constantly running ads and they are marketing to people like me, because I am their target audience, it was easy for me to identify who they were. So I sat by this lady at the conference and I was like, "What is your name?" I was like, "You look so familiar to me." And me going back to something I had seen on the plane ride over yesterday or the day before that day. And I was like, this lady looks so familiar to me. And so before she opened her mouth, when she like looked at me, and then I saw, kind of the things that she had represented on her table and the things that, she just had surrounding her, I was like, she looks really, really, really familiar, because everything kind of played a part into her brand. And when she told me what her name was, I was like, I knew you. I saw her on my timeline because she was marketing to me. And so when I had that conversation with her, and I told my friend, I immediately texted my friend. I was like, "Hey, I'm sitting by one of your mentors, one of your previous coaches." And she was like, "Interesting." And so she didn't know who it was until I told her. And then when I told her, she was like, "Yeah, that makes sense for her to be there." So everything about your brand tells the people who you are and what you do. So if this woman had not been marketing to me, if she had not been, showing up in her brand and in her business the way she knew she was supposed to show up, how would I have known anything about her and what she stood for and what she represented? Because sometimes you can see people online and they're one way, but to see somebody in person, to sit by them and have a conversation with them, and you see, oh, you know what? Everything that she talks about in her brand, everything that she says in her life is exactly what it is. It's spot on. So that's what I would like to tell all the people that are listening, all the business owners, all the entrepreneurs. When you're trying to pull it together, you're trying to figure it out, stay true to who you are and what you do. Because when you do that, your brand is always going to represent you well when you're not in the room. Your brand is a promise. It's a promise to your audience. It's a promise to the people that you are doing business with. It's a reflection. If you think about a mirror, it's like what you're showing up as, like what's reflecting back to you. That's what your brand should represent. It should be a true reflection of you, who you are, and what you want to present to your clients, the people that you serve. It helps you to deliver consistently and always show up as the person that you want representing your brand, because you would never hire somebody that was not in alignment with you. You would never hire somebody to represent your brand that is not showing you up in the best light. Somebody that's going to be out here trash talking you. Why would you want that attached to your brand? That's the same thing like you being a certain way online on one page, and then you get to your other page and you're something totally different, and it's not something that you would say if I met the CEO of, and I'm just going to throw it out there, if I met the CEO of Southwest, and I'm just saying Southwest, and he wanted to work with me, he wanted to partner with me, is there something on my personal side, my personal page, that would be acceptable for me to show up with as a representative of me? And so if the answer is no, then sometimes we have to tweak a little bit. And I know a lot of us, we weren't, sorry, my phones are going off. I know a lot of us weren't really taught the right way to present ourselves. And that goes back to, you know, the people you hang around, the company you keep, because it's just like when you're around people that have no desire, no ambition, no drive to get up and do anything or be anything better than the person they were yesterday. If they just want to lay on the couch all day and watch TV and, you know, do nothing to enhance their brand, their business, their lives, their bank account even. And you get around that person and you have all this drive and motivation and encouragement, but you get around this person and they are literally draining you. That's going to start to show up in you too, because the more you hang around that, it attaches itself to you. So be careful who you're attaching yourself to, because your brand, your everything about your story is going to be connected to that. It's going to be tied to that. It's a lot of people that won't do business with certain people because of the way they're presenting online or the way that they are putting themselves out there and in front of certain people. So just think about that. If you ever plan to, you know, coordinate or collaborate with somebody and you're looking at the way they're showing up in their own brand, is that something you really want to be attached to? If it's not, don't do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, ruining your brand reputation is hard to come back from. So if you are attaching yourself to something or somebody, make sure it is a great representative of you when you're not in the room. Let's talk about the real cost of ignoring branding. I know a lot of people have hopped on this AI trend, and I love AI for so many reasons because one, I'm a techie and I love, love, love all things artificial intelligence. I love technology. But when it comes to who you are, don't be using these AI pictures, y'all. Like, seriously. I saw a couple of people this weekend, and I'm not going to call no names because I don't do that. But I saw a couple people this weekend that were using AI pictures. And when I saw them in person and I heard them say their names and they told me who they were, I was like, y'all know I'm analytical. So if the wheels get to turning, I'm about to go research something. So I went and I looked, and that didn't look like them at all. And I'm not shunning you guys that can't afford a photo shoot, right? But what I am saying is save up for it. Like, use the best picture you have. And I know that everybody's been telling you, oh, just go to Canva and take the background out and take a picture of the car. Don't do that. Don't do that. There are ways around it. And I will be coming up with a option for people that can't necessarily afford a luxury photo shoot right now. I'm going to have a little kit for you that I'll be able to provide to you guys that will help you on your journey until you're able or ready to invest in a bigger branding experience, which is what we all should be working on. Because of your brand, you don't have to get a photo every month. You don't have to have me on retainer every month. I mean, I'm willing to do that if you're available to do that. But what I will tell you is invest in yourself, invest in your brand, because it's going to take you so much further than using the AI pictures and showing up as somebody that does not look like what AI created you to be online. Don't let AI steal your identity. Okay. Like, show up for you. God created this amazing person in you. Don't let AI steal that from you. You deserve to show up as who you are. Now, it's another thing if you're not the face of your brand. I get it. Because I have a really good girlfriend of mine. I have done her headshots. I've done her pictures, but she's not the face of her brand. One of the faces of her brand is me. So if you see me wearing these different t-shirts and stuff and I'm tagging her, is because I'm a brand ambassador for her. And if you go to her Instagram, you'll see my face on her little logo bubble or her little icon picture. And I'm okay with that. If you have to have somebody to represent you, make sure they are representing you well. But don't let AI steal your identity. Next thing, most entrepreneurs and professionals, they get stuck behind a wall because they feel like their branding doesn't reflect their true value. If that's you, let's stop. Let's stop that. Don't worry about what people are going to feel or what they're going to say about you when you come out. I want you to come out the right way now. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to go out here and just throw some spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. But I want you to do the very best you can with the sources and the resources you have. Now, if that means you have to get an iPhone picture right now until you can afford a headshot mini session with me, because I'm not sending you nobody else. Or if you have to just have your best friend to take a picture of you in some good lighting, I'm okay with that. But show up as you, like show up as the amazing person that you are and give it all you got, because your brand, your business, your values, your brand story, all of that should be a great representation of you. So if your brand isn't communicating what you envisioned, it's okay to rebrand. It's okay to tweak. It's okay to do what you need to do so that you don't feel unseen. And a lot of people are suffering from that right now. I don't care if you are putting out 1,000 posts a day. If it's not resonating with your target audience, you're just doing it for your friends and family and people that, you know, constantly watch your page, or people that are engaging with your page, because those are the only people that are seeing it. And if that's who you want to talk to, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure that your friends and your family are not your clients. Mine aren't. I'll be honest. And this is what I found in my business. I have a few of my family members, like they support every single thing I do, everything I put out, whether it's the handbags or the digital content or it's the photography. I have a few of, you know, my family members that 100% support me hands down. But I have a lot of family members that are on social media right now. They watch my page every single day, and I'm pretty sure they'll see this video. They don't support me. They look, they watch, but they're not supportive of the brand. They'll say, "Oh, I saw your video, or I saw you online, and I saw you doing this, and I'm seeing that you're sharing it because I'm an analytic girl, so I'm gonna be watching what you're doing." They tell me when you're sharing stuff, and so I'm okay with that. So you're helping me to get my engagement up in one way or the other, whether you're watching it or you're sharing it. But don't get caught up in the people that are closest to you when they don't support or when they don't share or when they don't comment, because they're still helping you in one way or the other, whether, like I said, it's views or they're sharing it in the inbox with somebody else. It's totally fine. Let them keep doing that, because one day you're going to be in a position where you will feel seen. So despise not the day of small beginning. Let's see. So another thing I wanted to point out, if your clients aren't booking you, or if you feel like your brand is not helping you to command the prices that you know you deserve. Now, a lot of people, they feel like they should be in this lower category of pricing because they feel like, oh, if I sell more and I can do high volume and I can make the money. That's not always the best case for you. We need to get ourselves in a position where we are working smarter, not harder. Nobody wants to go to work and say, oh my gosh, I got to do 100 of these clients. And when I sell 100 of these things, I'm going to hit my goal. No, make it where it makes sense for you in your time, and put your time as a priority, because time is so precious. Life is so precious. You only have an opportunity to go through this life one time. So if you are letting everything and everybody that comes across your timeline manipulate your time, you're going to end up burnt out. You're going to end up tired. You're going to end up exhausted, and you're going to end up in a situation where you don't want to do it anymore. Your job, your business, your career is going to become a job. And that's why I decided to choose myself. I quit. I quit my corporate job because I didn't want to continue to give my life to something that no longer served me. My space, my place is to encourage, motivate, inspire. That's why I am a speaker. That's why I'm a photographer. And that's why I am a content creator. That's what serves me. That's what makes me happy. So if you are in a place where you're not fulfilled, it's time to make a shift. It's time to make a change. I want you guys to be able to create a brand that tells your story the right way, because that's the ultimate goal of you creating a business. You want a brand that you can be proud of, and you want a brand that not only you love, but your clients will love, and they will want to pay you handsomely for the things that you do. All right, so let's talk about how proper branding elevates everything. So when it's done right, branding opens the doors that you never knew existed. I'm telling you, it will position you as the authority figure. It will help people that are looking for higher ticket items to purchase, people that are looking for a more premium or luxurious experience. It'll open the door to them and it'll lead you right to them, because that builds brand loyalty. A lot of people don't talk about brand loyalty. They want to talk about, oh, you got a website, you got a logo and all of that stuff. But where's your brand loyalty? Do you have clients that are loyal to your brand? I have a few clients, they won't photograph with anybody else. I am their photographer, and I have done photography sessions for them that I don't publicize. Like, for instance, weddings. I don't show that online, but I have done weddings before because my VIP clients have requested that of me. And so I actually love weddings, but it's not something that I want to focus on. My focus is on helping build brands and businesses. We can do these weddings all day long, but can I help you to put money in your pocket? Can I help you to feed your children? Can I help you to create generational wealth? That's what I'm all about, because I like taking luxurious trips and I want my friends and my clients to do the same. So if we are in alignment on that and I can help you put money in your pocket, then that's where we're going to go. Because I'm tired of business owners being stressed out. I'm tired of business owners being overwhelmed and you don't know how you're going to take that next trip. Or maybe you put off that vacation and you keep saying, oh, I'll do it next year and I'll do it next year. I want to tell you this. I remember when I left my job the first time in 2019, right before I started the credit business. So if you've been around me long enough, you know a little bit about that abundant lifestyle management. So when I got ready to leave corporate America that time, I literally went on vacation and I took a 9-day vacation, because the entire time I was with that company, I had never taken a vacation. Like, I would take off a few days here and there, like I would go to an event or something, but I had never taken a vacation since I had been there. And I said, I'm working all of these hours, doing all of these things, on call for this big Fortune 500 company, and they're giving me the hours. I'm just not taking it off. I'm just not using it to my advantage. And I said, then I'm not going to do that anymore, because at that time I had just gotten through cancer and I was in a place, in a stage in my life where I wanted to enjoy my life. And I had told God, sitting outside the cancer treatment center, that if you allow me to live, I'm going to use my voice and I'm going to go around the world and I'm going to enjoy this life, because I feel like you gave me a second chance at life. And if you know my story, you know I had a very aggressive form of cancer and didn't know I had cancer, but it was killing me. So I said then that I'm going to enjoy this life. And so when I went back to my second corporate job, I only went back because they called me to come back. I didn't apply for the job. They called me. And so I knew immediately I should have left it where it was. But, you know, sometimes you let the little voice in your head say, oh, you know what? It's okay. Just go do it for a little bit, but don't get comfortable over there. I got over there and I got comfortable and I stopped doing what I should have been doing, what God has led me to do. And in the process of that, I feel like I put myself in a position where I put that job over my happiness in my life. And I'm just encouraged. I ain't telling you to quit your job, but if it no longer fulfills you, find another job or find something that makes you feel happy about being there, because nobody wants to live this life that's already promised with chaos and trouble and all of these things. Nobody wants to deal with that on their job. You should be happy about going to your job. My point when I knew it was time for me to go was when I got to Sunday nights every Sunday, and I had this almost Munchausen effect where I felt like, oh my God, my head hurt. I don't want to go tomorrow. Do I need to go to work tomorrow? What do I need to say? I don't want to do it. I'm calling off. So I never want to live my life that way, where I feel like I have to make excuses as to why I don't want to show up. And so doing what I love now, speaking and photography and creating, that's something that lights me up. It gives me joy. Like, I can sit at this computer 14 hours a day and do creation. Like, I have over 10,000 designs in Canva. If you know me, you know. And when I get on stage and I can change one person's life and I can make you get to that doctor or change the way you see yourself or build that confidence that you know that you have deep down inside of you, but you haven't let that part of you show because you're so brainwashed with, oh, I gotta I got to humble myself and I got to diminish myself. Yeah, God tells you to humble yourself, but he don't tell you to be no punk. Okay. So with that being said, I want you to stand up in the glory, stand up in what God has given you. And I want you to be the very best person that you can be, not only for the job, but for you. All right. Now that we got that out the way, one more thing I wanted to tell you. So I talked about the positions that you hold in your authority space. And I talked about how creating a brand that you love, that you can connect with, that you can speak positively and confidently about. Like me, I can talk about photography all day. I can talk about branding all day. I can talk about speaking all day. I can talk about networking all day, because networking, that's something that I absolutely love to do. I love to go out and meet people. My strong suit is not being online with y'all. It's not. Like, I love y'all, but I want to go hang out. Let's go get some coffee or something. And I tell people all the time, let's do a coffee chat, whether it's in person or online. But I thrive when I am in person. I'm an in-person kind of girl. So the virtual stuff, like, y'all can have it. I'm going to try to do better with this live thing because I'm supposed to be showing up. But for me, let's go meet at the coffee shop. Let's go sit down. Let's go have a conversation. Let's go do a co-working session or something. That's where I thrive. And I realize that that's my strong suit. So find what lights you up and do it. The next thing, think about the brands you trust, whether it's luxury, lifestyle, or leadership. They all create consistency and something that keeps you coming back. Like, for instance, I love Tiffany and Company. Can't you tell? Look at my brand colors. Aren't they similar? Now, mine is a hue up or a hue down from theirs, but it's something about certain brands that keep you coming back. Like, y'all remember back in the day where everybody had to have them Air Max, right? What was it about Nike that kept you coming back? Because them shoes were not comfortable. They were just cute. Okay. Think about what makes you like a certain brand. What keeps you following them? What makes you want to continue to do business with them? Like, no matter what, I don't care what people say about Delta and Southwest, baby. I am a Delta and Southwest girl. I can't stand United and I can't stand American. My husband loves United. He thinks they're the best airline ever. But it's something about that airline that he is attracted to. Just like with me, I like when I go to Southwest and they make me feel beautiful. When I go to Delta, I feel real bougie. So it's something about those brands that keep you coming back. So think about what you can infuse or bring to the surface in your brand that can make your target audience really say, you know what? I don't want to do business with anybody else. I like doing business with her. Or I like the way she sends handwritten notes. Or I like the way, she calls me and she follows up with me to make sure that everything is good with my order. Or she checks on me and it's not just when she wants to sell, right? Because some people in pretend business, they only contact you when it's time to make some money. Nobody wants to be sold to. They want to feel like they are valuable and valued in your business. And also they want to feel like you matter to them and they matter to you. So just think about something you can bring to your business to make it more impactful. Like I said, they all create consistency. They all create a trustworthy experience that leaves you wanting more. That's the kind of brand you want to create. So if you are working on enhancing your brand, if you need a brand refresh, I'm your girl, because that is one of the packages and offers that I have. I can do a brand refresh for you. Or maybe you want a strategy because you don't know which location, direction you want to go in. Like, put your information in the chat, say me, or put a number 1 in the chat so I can see it. Or shoot, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, slide in my inbox. Let's create a time on my calendar and yours so we can sit down and we can talk about how I can take your business, your brand to the next level. Next thing, let's talk about this Elevate Your Brand tour that I'm going to see y'all on. It's not about just taking pretty pictures. Let me tell you this. I am not going all over the country just to take a cute picture. I can do that right here and you can fly to me. But my goal in doing this Elevate Your Brand tour is to do exactly what the offer says, and that's to elevate your brand. If you haven't paid attention to what the Elevate Your Brand offer is, I definitely want you to go to my Instagram or my Facebook page and take a look at the last post that I made. It has a pretty in-depth detail about what the Elevate Your Brand tour is. I am also looking for brand ambassadors in each city. So if you are needing to put a little extra money in your pocket and you have a network and you are willing to collaborate with me, definitely slide in my inbox. Let's have a conversation. Let's meet so that we can figure out how to get you these coins. Because if you have an opportunity to make more money and I can do that for you, let's talk. This isn't a typical photo shoot. So you get so much with this Elevate Your Brand experience, because it's not just photo shoot, it's an experience. You get hair and makeup, you get a custom style and strategy session. You also get a fully guided photo session. I'm going to help you with every single thing when it comes to your brand, your business. So when you show up to the photo shoot, you're going to have everything you need. You're going to look the way you're supposed to look. Your hair and makeup is going to be on point. Your outfits are going to be on point. It's going to show your audience, this is who I should be doing business with. Because I look at it like this, and this is what I do when I look at any brand or business that I'm getting ready to make a financial investment in. Are you investing in your own brand? Because if you're not investing in yourself, why should I invest in you? That's something you have to look at. Because if you're giving your money to somebody that hasn't updated their photos in a long time, that they have confusing messaging, and it's time for them to bring it all in, and you don't know what they're selling from day to day, then that's something you should be considering. Maybe this is not the right person for you because they're not consistent. You want consistency. You want somebody that, if you know that this person sells, pianos, right? And you know that they have the best pianos in town. And you come over here this day and they got some plates or something they selling. And you don't know from one day to the next what they're doing. But when you get to a point where you say, you know what, I know who to trust for this. I know that they're going to be consistent. I know that they have a money back guarantee. I know that they're going to deliver this piano with white glove service. It makes you look at things different. So I might be a little weird, but let me tell y'all what I do. Excuse me. When I am subscribing to some type of TV subscription or something like YouTube, for example, like I don't subscribe to YouTube for two reasons. One, I want to see how people are talking to me. I want to see how they are marketing to me. I love to watch commercials. I want to see what's keeping me engaged, because if you can keep my attention, you've done something. I'm telling you. Like, I don't allow so many things to take my attention, but if you can take my attention and make me be laser focused in what you're talking about for these 30 seconds in this commercial, you are doing something very good, my dear. So I remember Monday night football, we had a detrimental loss with the Saints. We're going to keep praying for my team. But I remember watching the way the game came on, and it was so impactful. Like, not only did they have the beautiful Black Queen playing the drums, but they also had a whole like background dancers and the lights and all of that stuff, and they had Snoop Dogg rapping. And I'm just saying, I know he was going for Kansas City, but whatever. But the way that they showed up on that intro, I'm like, oh, this game about to be everything. Now, we lost. It's okay. We're going to pray about it. But the way they kept me engaged, I'm like, this is the way we need to make our hooks on our social media channels, or how we need to make our videos be so impactful that it keeps the attention of our viewers and our subscribers. So that's just something I wanted to throw in with y'all, because like I said, I am one that I like to watch the commercials. I like to hear how people are marketing to me, because marketing is important. And you can post all day long, and like my mentor said, that's not marketing. That's not selling. That's just showing what you do. So if you can get a sale by just showing a few pictures or something, show me how to do it. But you got to put groundwork into this thing, and don't expect it to come easy, especially quality sales and high ticket sales. Now, I know, like, if you want to sell something for $27, like, that's easy. But when you get to the point where you're selling $30,000 items, that's going to take some work. So don't give up if it doesn't come immediately, and don't give up if you're selling high ticket items and the work is a little bit more than you expected. Sometimes you might have to deploy some help. Sometimes you might have to change strategies, and it's okay to go back to the drawing board, because if you're going back to the drawing board, that's telling me you're keeping things fresh and you are in tune with what you're bringing to the table, especially presenting it to your audience. Because once you get a loyal audience, it's nothing in the world like it. I don't care what you put out. They're going to be right there buying from you. All right. So let's talk about this transformation that you get when you go through the Elevate Your Brand experience. So I have had clients that have booked the Elevate Your Brand experience, and not only is their social media immediately changed, it is upgraded. Not only do they have content, but they also have everything they need. It's almost like a baby. Well, not it ain't even a baby. It's a real branding package that you get. So all of your aesthetics are matching. Your images are, professional. Everything is in alignment with who you are and what you do. So I create content for my clients. I create everything they need in order for them to elevate their social media platform, in order for them to show up as the professionals and the business owners that they are. And they get so many images. 9 times out of 10, if they are listening, when I tell them how to use those images, they will last for at least a year. Now, I'm not telling you to wait a year before you update your branding, but what I'm telling you is if you use your images right, you can use them for up to a year. And I only say that because I recommend that people get their branding updated every 6 months. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because I have a client right now that I did her headshots the first time I did her session, and did a session with her. And let me just tell you, we just hit a year since she did that. And that's the first session, right? She's shot with me a couple of times since that. But the transformation of the person she is today versus the person she was last year is totally different. Her hair is not the same. Her hair has grown out. She's lost weight. She looks totally different. So that's why I'm saying if you haven't updated your images in the last 2 to 3 years, something about you has changed. Whether you have gained weight, you've lost weight, you've changed your hair color, your hair has grown out. Maybe you're wearing long hair now. Because like last time y'all see me, I had short blonde black hair. Today it's long and black. So that goes to show you constantly change your appearance. You want to make sure that you are staying consistent throughout your brand as well. All right. So here's what I'll say. Clients have gone through this experience. They have told me so much more confidence that they have gained when they show up, when they print their business cards, when they are putting their digital business cards out there, and people like, oh my gosh, I love your photo. So it helps them to set the bar a little bit higher, right? It helps them to tap into the clients that they're supposed to be doing business with. Because I'll be honest with you, I exchange my digital business card with people now, and I don't even hand out, like, I think I have some of my old business cards here. I don't even hand these business cards out unless I know that there is a real connection there, because a lot of times you'll start handing your business cards out to people and it begins to be a waste, because you're going to come home with a bunch of business cards. Let me just show y'all something, because I love a good visual representation of things. So let me just show you. I do a lot of networking. But these, and I'm just going to show you, these ain't my cards. These are other people's business cards. It's just like, so you know, I ain't just saying these. Like, these are business cards that I have gotten from doing networking, right? I started looking through some of these cards last night because I like to stay in communication with people. And some of them are on my mailing list. Some of them are not. But some of the people that I looked up last night, they're not even in business anymore. So sometimes we are connecting with people that are not serious about their own business. What makes you think they're going to be serious about yours? And that's why I was very intentional with my brand ambassador program, which is now going to be definitely revamped. I want to make sure that the people that I am bringing on, because I have changed since last year. Things about my business have changed. My collections have changed. My prices have changed. So I want people that are going to be raving fans of my brand, just like I am of theirs. And so that's why my clients are the best representatives of my business and my brand. These people are going to be 100% supportive because, one, they've gone through the experience, right? So you can't really rave about my business unless you have gone through the experience. And so that helps me to keep my referral doors open. Now, is that going to be the only way that I will find clients? No, absolutely not. Because I'm getting in inboxes, I am sending messages, and I'm making phone calls. And I also go out and, like I say, network. So you have to keep the different areas and avenues open so that you can get to the right client. So here's the thing, what I want to say about the tour. One, the tour is definitely exclusive. And let me tell you who it's not for. It's not for people that are not serious about their brand. It's not for people that are not willing, ready to invest the time, the money, and the energy into getting this done. 2, it's not for people that want to just wait and see what happens. This tour is for people that are serious. This tour is for people that know it's time for a change. They are ready to invest in their brand, and they are ready to give me at least 3 hours of their life in the beginning. Because one, I'm going to need an hour for your consultation so we can talk about all the things related to what you do and who you're talking to. 2, I need time so that you and I can sit down and drill down everything that's important to you so that I can make sure that I am delivering on your brand experience. And then the next time we're getting together is a follow-up. So we can say, you know what? Is everything that we talked about 2 weeks ago, is this still a go? Did you sit down and have an epiphany when I gave you the brand refresh guide and you figured out, you know what? Maybe I don't want to talk to men in real estate anymore. Maybe I want to work with the military. So now things have changed and shifted, right? So what I'm going to help you to do is drill down and to eliminate all of the noise, because we are so tired of noise. We get on social media and all you hear is noise. So we want to make sure that when we're putting your stuff out, that it's meaningful, it's impactful, and people are automatically drawn to it. I have people that are all over the country that they follow me. I have people in Nigeria and all you wouldn't even imagine the craziness that, I'm not going to say craziness, but the amount of people that are attracted to my brand because I'm speaking directly to them. Right. And it doesn't matter where you are. If you are showing up as the person you are and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, people are going to be attracted to that if you're speaking their language. So here's what I want to say about the tour. I only have a few spots per city, and I did that intentionally. Could I do it a whole, marathon where I photograph from the time I get there to the time I leave? Absolutely. Do I want to do that? Absolutely not. Because I wanted this to be exclusive, and I want this to be for people that are interested, because the session is going to be about 3 hours. And I say 3 hours because it's going to give you time to get your glam squad going. So you're going to get a double makeover. You're also going to have time to go through wardrobe. You're going to have time to get your photo shoot done. And at the end, we're going to pick the images that you absolutely love, and we're going to get those out to retouching. So the people that book the Elevate Your Brand experience, they get their images returned expedited. So it's not a 2-week waiting period like it is for the other collections. You get your images back within a week, because it's time for you to get your business and your brand out there. So what I will tell you guys is this: if you are interested, definitely send me a DM or make a comment in the comment section, and I will get with you so we can have a conversation about your business and your brand. If you still have questions about it, send me a DM. Let's talk about it. I want to book some time on my calendar so that I can be intentional about the questions that you have for me, and I can answer those accordingly. I don't like doing all this back and forth in the inbox. Baby, let's hop on the phone call. Okay. Next thing, I want you to think about how elevating your visuals, your images, your identity will boost your business and your confidence. A lot of people don't think of it that way, but when was the last time you had a photo shoot experience that made you feel beautiful, that made you feel confident, that made you feel proud to be who you were? If you haven't gone through that, then it's time for you and I to have a conversation. All right. So, I want you to think about the rest of this year and the impact you're going to have on your business and your brand going forward. I want you to make 2024 the year you decide to stand out and stand up for yourself. So the role of confidence in branding is a beautiful thing. Confidence is contagious, right? So think about when you smile and you're in front of somebody and they're not smiling. First thing they're going to do is smile. Think about the people that yawn, and then you yawn too. It's crazy, right? So it's like you're mirroring that. Here's a secret. Your clients can feel whether you're confident or not. Confidence isn't just about how you show up. It's the way your brand speaks and represents and presents you, the way you communicate your value. So when you think about being confident and you think about how that can change your business, change your brand, change your life, that's going to help you to show up in a different way. Because a lot of people, they don't have confidence in their business, and they're not confident in what they're bringing to the table. So of course they're going to shy away. Of course they're going to throw a whole bunch of posts out on social media and you're not going to see them. if you're not confident that your client knows it. I remember when I used to work in credit card, not processing, but approval. I was a lender. And I remember when we first got on the phone, I remember our leaders telling us, if you are not confident, people can smell it a mile away. They will know that you don't believe in what you're telling them. So if you have to decline somebody and they say, well, why? And you start stuttering and you can't explain to them why they're getting denied, it's going to make them say, you know what, let me talk to a representative. Let me talk to a supervisor, because I don't feel like you know what you're talking about. And so that's the way you need to show up in your brand. Show up confident. And like I said earlier, I want you to make 2024 the year you stand up and stand out for yourself. The next thing, when you show up with confidence, you're telling your clients, I'm the best at what I do, and I'm here to serve you at the highest level. So I know a lot of people, when they are trying to solicit me for marketing, and I get this a lot on LinkedIn, and I don't know if it's something new that somebody's out here teaching, but they want to tell you how to market to your clients, right? And so for me, I'll tell them quick, like, tell me, and they'll say, well, who is your competition? I said, the person I was yesterday. I'm not in competition with anybody other than the person Angelia went to bed as yesterday is not the person she is today. And I'm not saying that in a bipolar way. I'm saying that every day I'm striving to be a better person, a better photographer, a better speaker. And so when I do the lives, and I've heard people say, oh, I'm not doing the lives because nobody's showing up. Baby, I'm practicing for the big stage. So you can come in here if you want to. If you don't, it's still fine, because I'm practicing. And I know when I show up, I have a story to tell, and I know that I share great information with people. So they'll see it eventually. Maybe they're at work. So you have to get yourself out of a mindset where you're thinking nobody's coming up to support you. People are watching, you don't even know it. I have gotten invited to a few speaking engagements because people have seen me talk online that I didn't even know were followers of mine. So show up as your best self, be confident, and also know what you're doing and know that you're the best person for the job. I hired myself. And so I'm a very, very, very particular type of employer and employee. I'm no longer anybody's employee, but I knew that my strength lies in opening the door for other people. So if I'm stuck over here trying to be somebody's employee, I'm not showing up as who I'm supposed to be. Am I going to be confident in this photography business? Absolutely. I always am. Because if I'm not going to do it, who will? Jane down the street, she going to show up as who she is, and she going to be confident. And her services might not be as good as mine, but because she's confident, they're going to book with her. So think about that. Don't worry about who people are, people that are trying to be your competition, because the only person you should be focused on is the person you was yesterday. Get your mind and your sight off of what everybody else is doing and do what you're supposed to be doing. That's going to take you, your business, your brand, and your bank account to the next level. Okay, so let me just leave you guys with this, and I'll probably come back because I have a few more things I want to share with you. Yeah, I'll probably come back a little bit later, but I want to share this with you right now because I do have another meeting I need to hop on at noon. It's noon Arizona time. I don't know where you guys are. But I want to talk about how when you think about your branding going forward, it's not just about looking good. It's not about feeling good. It's not about feeling confident, but it's about showing up as your most powerful self. So I want to help you to get there. I want to help you to make it happen. So if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me in my inbox. Like I said, I have a meeting I need to hop to in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go get me a little water, and then I'm going to come back. But if you're interested in part 2, make sure you put sign me up for part 2, Angelia, in the comments, and I will see you guys probably in an hour or so. And other than that, have a fantastic afternoon, and I'll see you guys back, if not today, definitely tomorrow, because we have the Elevate Your Brand Masterclass tomorrow. Now, what I will tell you, the class is actually, the time changes for the next 4 weeks, I think. I'll keep you posted. I have another class that I am in on Thursday, so it's gonna push our class back a little bit, and it's okay because y'all ain't doing nothing anyway at 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock Arizona time, I think that is 8 o'clock Central and 9 o'clock on Eastern time zone. So if you are interested, make sure you come back and let me know you need the link for tomorrow's masterclass. Other than that, I'll see you guys later on. Have a fantastic afternoon. Bye.